morning. Today is our second last day in England and our hearts are totally broken, as you can imagine. We are going to Brighton, which is a city in Sussex, which is down in the southeast of England. And they have a pier, they have good food, and we're going with our friend Adam, so we're gonna have a great day today. So now we're walking to the train station.
Which is right next to the house, which has been really nice because we've only used it once to get to London.
Yeah. But also, we've also loved just staying in Reigate, right?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful town. And I think we were talking about this with Adam yesterday too, just how we've really gotten to experience English culture while we're here.
Yeah.
Which has been to us a lot more important than English, like sightseeing. We've literally been able to go to pubs with our friends and try fish and chips on Fridays and play board games and make sarcastic, dry jokes. I basically feel English now.
Right. Well, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and catch the train. I think it's a 40-minute ride, and then we'll either see you guys on the train or see you in Brighton.
Yeah, and I'm starving, so get ready for some delicious food review today.
So we went ahead and bought our train tickets. They came out to about £14.30 each, which gives us a return ticket on like a non-busy day, so like a non-peak day. But getting to Brighton should be pretty easy. There's like nothing more than going to this train. We're on this train for like 20 minutes or so, and then we hop off and get on another one. But that's it. Bought tickets. Bought tickets with all my money. All my money. We just have to make sure we don't forget it. That almost happened last time.
MJC babe?
So just in case you guys are wondering why we're laughing, Annette literally just almost fell back because the train stopped while we were standing up. Winning.
I'm, on average, a hot mess.
You are the clumsiest person I know.
So, we got on the wrong train, but now we're gonna get on the right train.
Right, you guys good?
Yep.
Yeah. Get a seat.
So we've made it on the right train.
Yay! It was only 15 minutes delayed, but it did give us time to get food and coffee because I was about to eat the camera. Alright then. So, we have made it off the train. First it was delayed, then we took the wrong train, and now we're at Gatwick Airport switching to another train. And apparently all of like the trains like go to Gatwick here. So rest assured, if you're in the London area and you need to get to your budget airline flight, almost any train will take you down the Gatwick Express. I don't know how much that costs, but I reckon not cheap. But it does make it to the airport in a pretty reasonable amount of time. Anyway, let's get on our train. Oh, there it goes. Oh, nope, there it is. So behind me is one of the most famous paintings in street art in all of Brighton. It was painted by a guy named Banksy, and it was apparently worth £10 million. However, a few years back, somebody literally chiseled it off of the wall, sent it to America, and sold it on an auction. So this is a replica that's now been put over with glass.
So here in Brighton, there are a bunch of thrift shops along like the alleyways and the laneways, and we came into one of them, which is a thrift store, and they have a bunch of like really colorful used clothing. And I may have found a shirt. Time to get my island on. Almost. So what do you think?
The shirt is beautiful.
Right? It's awesome. I love it. Looks like I found what I'm wearing today.
Well, that was a success, and it was only £5. They literally just have a bunch of stalls at the front that say like £5 and £1 and £10, so good find.
It is freezing, so I'm gonna put a sweater back on.
He should. Not on an island yet.
Yeah, we will be in a week.
So we have made it into Cafe 16. It's one of the little cafes that are right down the alleyways. Actually, right down the place where Daniel got the shirt. And the prices seem to be pretty good. It's around £4 to £10 for a meal. And there's coffee and there's tons of little warm drinks, which is nice because it's been such a cold day here in Brighton. Apparently, like, because we're so close to the ocean, there's constant breeze. Even though it's beautiful sunshine, like we could not have gotten luckier with this kind of weather, it is freezing. So we're gonna warm up a little bit and get some food. How are you today?
I'm good. Are you?
Good, thank you.
Thanks.
There you go. Just got my food. I got a smoked chicken with avo and some egg. Smells like love. It's served on a baguette, and look how pretty it looks on the inside. Time to get, oh, also £5.50.
I ended up getting a mocha milkshake for breakfast. It's real healthy.
Give me a shout. I'll tell you exactly what's doing.
So we just finished using the bathroom. The bathroom is beautiful. And guys, look at this little lounge that this place, ow! I'm pretty sure my pinky toe just fell off. So this has a beautiful little like lounge area. They have a couch. You can order food here. You can take a nap. Good night.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. My tummy's full, my heart is happy, and we're about to go exploring the laneways of Brighton.
This is a proper place to go antiquing. That's cool.
There's also a proper place where Net wants to buy everything. Look at how cute this would be. £25. Lost interest very quickly there. So to my dear friend Darcy, I love you. This reminds me just like totally of you. And I imagine you wearing your cherry shoes and a bag that says bad on it. So, miss you, girl. So apparently we're about to go into an antique store that Adam says is like really awesome and has tons of funky stuff. So let's go check it out. This antique shop is so cool. It's filled with tons of different trinkets. They have like old records and old jewelry, this really funky hat that I found, old books. Honestly, it's just fun to kind of like come around here and take a peek. So the antique shop was really, really cool. Now we're gonna keep walking. I'm just gonna inquire about a nose piercing. I'm not gonna get one, I'm just gonna...
£23.
Oh, no. So in the event that you are hungry and you want to eat your shoes, these are 100% vegetarian. So we have made it to the Brighton Pier. This is one of the main things to do when you come to Brighton. The sand here is actually not sand, it's like water pebbles. And on the pier itself, there's a Ferris wheel, there's rides, a beautiful view of the ocean. Like the color, I'm surprised with how like pretty a shade of blue it is. And guys, we couldn't have come on a more perfect day. It's nice and cold, but there isn't a single cloud in the whole sky. And there's also pubs and restaurants on the pier, so we're actually gonna go check those out now. That was built in 1866 and in 2003 was burnt down by an arsonist that was literally trying to burn down some like concert hall. But the English people do like to retain their history, and so instead of taking it all down, what they've actually done is left it there and said, let Mother Nature handle it whenever it does, and then you can see it at any period of time. But on this pier, you'll actually be able to see different restaurants, a pub, and a whole amusement park. It's actually also known for its fish and chips shop, but fun fact, if you actually want the best fish and chips in England, you'll have to go to a small town called Reigate. It has a really bougie fish and chip shop, to be fair, and it's pretty expensive, but it's so worth the money. But I'm so excited to show you this gorgeous side of the pier because this is absolutely something you cannot miss if you're gonna be in Brighton, England.
Something to keep in mind for sure when coming to the Brighton Pier is that the wind does not take into account that you're walking outside, and it is so cold and windy. And this is like a typical like English summer day, which that's actually why Adam brought us here, is because at the beginning and end of summer he's like there's more consistent pretty days, and he could not be more right. The water is so blue, all the rides are lit up, all the drinks outside, the eating areas. It's a bright sunny day with no cloud in the sky, but it's freezing. Like I'm literally wearing pants, a shirt, the new shirt I got today, and I'm wearing like a pullover, and I need to go get a jacket.
Yeah.
So I think next what we're gonna do is really just gonna look around and see what they have to do. The rides here are a little expensive. They're about £7 per person to get on, or you can buy like a 3 ride pass where they give you 3 tokens for £20, which is pretty pricey, so we're gonna look at them and not actually go on them. But then after, we're gonna go into a penny arcade, which is gonna be awesome. You literally like pay pence, I think it's called, and you get to play like all sorts of different random games. So I think we're gonna go shoot some zombies and have a blast.
So we have made it to the Sunset Garden by Palm Court, and we're here getting some drinks on the pier, and it's beautiful. You have a view of the ocean, you have a view of the amusement park, and then you get to just have drinks outside and enjoy the ocean breeze. So I'm gonna get a cocktail because why the heck not? So we just finished on the pier, and we're gonna go check out the water. It's supposed to be really, really cold and the Pebble Beach, and I wanna go check that out, so. So the sand on Brighton Beach is actually not sand. It's literally rocks, like what you would see at the bottom of a waterfall, or the type that you would even buy for the bottom of your fishbowl is kind of like the size and the feel that you're getting here. So this isn't, I don't think, like the best beach to like sunbathe on, just because it's a little uncomfy. But I am gonna go check out that water. It seems like a lot of people are in there despite how freaking cold it is today. These pebbles are so big. We've made it to what looks like a sandy bit. Let's feel this water. Honestly, for how cold it is outside, I definitely expected the ocean to be colder than it is. But I wouldn't say it's colder than it is outside. I think it's a warmer ocean than there is air temperature right now. And it seems like once you make it to the end of the pebbly end, you do have really nice smooth sand. Right? But it is like rocky. Oh no, I just wet my socks. That's bad news. And it's really cool to be on this side because you can see the entire Brighton Pier, and there's tons of seagulls flying above, and it looks beautiful. Definitely don't want to get my sock any wetter than it is. Oh, and also, we keep jumping back because instead of wearing normal shoes, we're actually wearing A-liter water shoes, which have like this really amazing sole, where if you were doing something a little warmer, like jumping into waterfalls or going down a river, or anything that's cool, that's in the water, these are the shoes you want to be wearing, but they're also the only sneakers that we own. So when the water's freezing, they also let water in. But they're still great shoes. If you want the link to that, you can actually go down below. We have a coupon code that I believe it's like Chase15, so just double check that down there, but you'll be able to get them. They're truly, truly awesome. But I'm loving Brighton Beach, guys. This is beautiful. Also, fun fact, France is just on the other side of that.
Oh, goodness.
Hold it shut.
Okay, hold it shut. All right, Annette, the train's stopping. Time to get out. You gotta hit the button.
I am hitting the button.